guys ever been at a football game and ever watched while the marching band and color guard performed at football team at the halftime? Yeah. See, I'm going to be doing this a lot because I talk fast. So I'm going to have to slow down.
Pace yourself. Ready, action.
Have any of you guys ever been at a football game and while halftime show was going on, watched while the marching band and color guard performed?
Yes.
Well, that is what I am here to talk about tonight. The color guard and what it is, how it begun, what equipment we use, and why it is considered a sport. Color guard is where you spin flags, rifles, and sabers with the marching band. Color guard dates back all the way to the 1860s. When the soldiers would go out to the Civil War, they would have the marching band to keep them in beat while they're marching and to bring uplifted spirits. Then they decided that there should be somebody holding the flag, the colors as they called it. Later it got progressed and they started just accompanying the band in parades and during halftime shows. Alright, now that we know what color guard is and how it began, we'll start with what equipment we use. The main piece of equipment we use is a flag, as you see here. The flag is the very easiest, in my opinion, the easiest to spin. Sometimes it gets in the way. It's harder because the silk does get in the way of your toss and everything, and it gets caught up all around the flag. Only usually the first year's color guard members spin the flag, and as you can see, some of them can have many different designs on them. They also come in different heights. We have the 3-foot, the 6-foot, or the 3-foot. This is a 3-foot one. It's very easier and lighter to spin. This is a demonstration of a spin. According to Mark Wadd on his website, thefeather.com, Peggy Twiggs was the first one to introduce the Peggy spin. As she was the color guard practice one day, got bored and decided to take the flag and just start spinning it. From then on, color guard has revolutionized. The next piece of equipment we use is the rifle. The rifle is my favorite piece of equipment. It's very fun. It is not a real gun. It does not shoot. Cannot load bullets in it or anything and make it shoot. But it is made of wood, plastic, and a leather strap. It's really fun to sit there and try to spin it, throw it in the air, see how many times it will spin in the air and catch it on your knees. It's so much fun. The last piece, or another piece of equipment, not really the last, is a saber. The saber is a real sword, but it's not sharp. Regulations show you're supposed to tape the bottom of the blade and the tip. The tip is the most important part to tape because one day in practice, my second day on saber, I was trying to do a blade double, which is just tossing it with the blade instead of from the hilt. And I dropped it, and it went straight through the side of my foot. I didn't know what happened. I just knew my foot hurt, and I hopped over to the side, sat down, took my sock off, saw it went straight through my foot. Yeah, my guard instructor from now on makes sure every saber is tipped before practice and shows from now on. The last piece of equipment we use is the props. Props can vary from backgrounds to just about anybody. You have an exercise ball, anything that you can make, period. Those are mainly what props are. Now that we know what equipment we use, we're going to go on talking about why it is considered a sport. Color guard is a sport because, first of all, we have very long practices. We can go in as early as 7:30 in the morning and practice from 7:30 in the morning till 8 o'clock at night for 2 weeks straight. We also practice 5 days out of the week as well during the regular season. It's also a sport because, it came from a demanding military background, and we also have many coaches to extract difficult and demanding exercises, just like any other sport. Baseball and football also has a set of rules and regulations, so does color guard. There's a long list that you have to know, and you do get penalized for it. Well, then that basically includes what color guard is and why I know it as a sport. I hope you are more aware know that there are more than popular sports out there than just football and color and baseball that color guard that kids are a part of today.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Okay. I don't know how long that was. I hope that was 5 minutes.
I would say around there.